I'm really worried about what's happening, guys, because it seems as though the Americans, the United States, is going to escalate rapidly within the next week or so. And people are talking about ground forces. So this is a map of what a ground invasion of Iran would look like. I have no idea who created this, but it seems pretty right to me. They want to attack from three axes, okay? Basically from Iraq. So they send in Kurds from Iraq. They send in the Balochs from Pakistan, and then you have the Americans trying to wrestle control from the IRGC because they're trying to control the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, so this is what they might be looking at. This would be the greatest clusterfuck in recent memory. Okay, it would be a dumpster fire. This would be an absolute catastrophe for the Americans. Okay, so let me go over why. First of all, there's no way you're going to get the Kurds to become suicide bombers. Okay, this is like literally what the Americans are saying to the Kurds. We'll give you weapons, we'll give you lots of US dollars as long as you send your men to die off in the mountains of Iran. And the goal is not to actually win against Iran. The goal is to draw the IRGC so we can bomb them and make ourselves look better on TV. That's like literally the goal, to have like better PR. Because right now the PR is just terrible for us. And the Kurds are like basically like, we'll take your money, we'll take your weapons, but otherwise screw you, man. So this is gonna be a complete clusterfuck here, okay? There's no way the Kurds go in for the Americans, but I think the Kurds will just rip off the Americans. Same thing with the Balochs. Why are the Balochs going to go in and sacrifice themselves for the Americans? That's just ridiculous. The real issue is in the Strait of Hormuz, where I think Trump has it in his mind that if you capture these islands, Qassam Island, Karg Island, then the Iranians will be forced to surrender. Just as he got into his head that if you kill the Ayatollah, the Iranians would surrender. So unfortunately, what's happening is the Americans want to win this war as quickly as possible at as little cost as possible. And if you want to win this war, you have to invest like 4 years and 2 million troops. That's the only way. Okay, so this ground invasion can only be a dumpster fire. The good news though is like I think they can't do it right now because it's too hot. They might attempt to take a couple of islands. But a full-scale ground invasion, they have to wait until the weather gets cooler, which would basically mean November and ideally December. Okay, so that is what the ground invasion looks like. What this is like really weird, but whoever is coming up with these plans do not factor in Iranian topography. Like, how do you send in forces against mountains? I mean, like, I don't understand what these people are thinking right now. Is the military leadership of America right now completely divorced from all reality? Why don't you just look at a map and ask yourself, like, is it feasible to send in ground forces against mountains? It's not feasible, man. It just is not. This is why anytime anyone's attempted to invade Persia, it's ended in disaster. And like the Americans want to do this in a quick time frame, right? Maybe in the next year they want this war to end. It's not going to end in a year. This is going to be another forever war. But right now, what's happening is um, they're publicizing these deaths of American soldiers, these casualties, and when that happens, it just means like the American military is preparing for doubling down on this war because you have to avenge these soldiers, right? So the American military policy is leave no man behind. So if someone gets trapped in Iran, as these pilots got trapped in Iran a few months ago, you go send in like 2,000 soldiers to get them out, okay? Now, if you have soldiers dying in this war, you have to go and avenge them. Another really important map I will show you is this. You see how right now there are two choke points. Okay, you have the Strait of Hormuz, which is what's being controlled right now by the IRGC, but you also have down here the Bab el Maghdad Strait, which is now being controlled by the Houthis. The problem with both straits is you can't dislodge either the Houthis or the IRGC because they're all secluded in mountains. It's so easy to choke these um, uh, straits, and so it, guys, this is going to be a complete dumpster fire. It's a complete clusterfuck. This war is going to escalate rapidly over the next couple of weeks. Already, the Americans are targeting power plants and desalination plants in Iran. In response, the Iranians are doing the same thing. They're targeting desalination plants in Kuwait. And the GCC is done for. I don't see how this war now de-escalates. I don't see how things don't become a complete clusterfuck for the entire world.